So it's before 8 o'clock, it's not that early, but it started raining this morning here at Grand Harbor Marina. This is the second time we've been here. It's a great marina. It's a great place to stay. They have a courtesy car as well. Check out this boat here. I don't know if you remember that video of me complaining about the Freedom Lift video where the lovely couple just steps off onto the dinghy and they ride away. Well, this is the boat that did the video, and I was very excited to see it. But anyway, that's the Freedom Lift and of the graceful couple. This boat back here is actually a boat that helped us when we were grounded yesterday, and we had terrible cell phone service, and so they were able to call the Hardin Fire and Rescue and make sure that we had help on the way. When we stayed here last time, we were at that slips, those cover slips way in the back, and we used I think the shower facilities back there in that condo. But anyway, fantastic place to stay. Highly recommend it. We did not go to Aqua Yachts this time or last time just because you got to travel, I don't know, I want to say about 6 more miles into a channel, and we are a little nervous about going into a channel now, especially because of our grounding yesterday. But anyway, hope to have a beautiful day today. It is gonna burn off and we're gonna get some sun, but we're gonna get started here pretty soon. From Grand Harbor, we are headed through 3 locks and going to end up at Midway Marina. That's the plan anyway. We'll see if it holds. Taking off from Grand Harbor. This is Counce, Tennessee. Honey, watch the back. You're real close to the back here. All right. You too. Safe travels. All right. Are you following your breadcrumbs here? We came in this way, and so we're going out this way. That's the safest thing to do. That's what we learned yesterday. We already knew it, but had a little reminder. We're saying goodbye to Counce, Tennessee, and we're headed through 3 locks into Fulton. Hopefully stay at Fulton, Mississippi this afternoon. This is such a beautiful ride. Okay, just get to the barges. Sorry about that.
Well, it's beautiful in light of that we had rain overnight and it's starting to clear. We'll get clear. It's a nice, cool, crisp morning in the fall, and you can really see the foliage starting to change. So I just love it here on the rivers, and particularly this section. It's laid back. It's a Tennessee Tom. We'll be starting soon. We're on Yellow Creek, and I don't know, I look forward to, hey, this is a different set of navigation challenges, scenery, and so this section here is just, it's kind of one of my favorites. And I mean, if you ask me about the favorite parts of the loop, is like, it's the one I'm on now. So it's really kind of neat because I don't have any section of the loop that I dislike. I mean, I really don't.
Do you think this part of the loop's going to turn us into laid back people?
I don't know. I feel laid back.
Probably not. Okay, we'll take it.
Particularly blessed and thankful that we didn't have any damage yesterday. So
could have been bad.
Yeah, could have been bad. But anyway, thanks to the Hardin County Fire and Rescue and fellow loopers and some folks out there on a fishing boat.
And divine intervention.
Yeah, divine intervention. So yeah, but very peaceful morning here. So looking forward to 3 locks today.
You're looking forward to 3 locks today?
Yeah, 3 locks today. Get into Midway, and we'll see if we're going to stay there 1 or 2 days. We are in the divide cut section of the Tennessee Tom Bigby, commonly called the 10 Tom. And you can see over there, Rev, if you can kind of get the water level, we are at nearing Winter Pool, and you can see the rocks have changed the colors as they draw down the water level in anticipation for, you know, more rain and how they manage the water here. We're heading south to Mobile, and the 10 Tom, I'm not going to go through it again because on video 67 or video 68 on our gold loop, you could go there and see that. I give kind of a historical perspective of how the 10 Tom came about. But we'll end this eventually and then go into the canal section of it, and that's where we will start with the very first lock. It'll be the Whitten Lock, and that's going to be really the start of what I consider the 10 Tom. But this is just a cut that they made through here, and very beautiful. Even though there's no speed limit on it, I try to keep just a respectable speed here. I don't want to put a wake out, and you know, it just adds to the erosion here. So beautiful, beautiful area on the Great Loop. About mile, let's see, Tennessee Tom, mile marker 440.3. You'll see a little spillway there, and although it looks decorative in nature and kind of neat, it's really to control so that water doesn't come rushing in and wash things out. So just kind of controlled flow of the water in times of the high water. Update on our journey today. We are about mile marker 425 or so, and we're coming up on the Illinois Railroad Bridge, and the listed height there is 53 feet to get under it. Plenty of room for the here's to us. You can see out there still a little cloudy and cool. We also have the scoops open on the side to get a little bit of air. It's a little chilly. We are nearing the end of the divide cut section of the 10 Tom. We're still technically in it, but we're about mile 418 and a half here, and soon we'll be coming up on the Whitten Lock, which really signifies the end of the divide cut and the beginning of the canal section of the 10 Tom. We are unable to get cell service right now to call the lock, but I expect pretty soon it will pop in, because Bay Springs Lake is pretty populated with campgrounds, and particularly as we get to the southern portion of it, there's a lot of there's a couple marinas down there, and there are just a ton of places to anchor out here. Most people don't anchor because they kind of get on the 10 Tom and on the loop, and they're anxious to get through the locks, and it is kind of a short run. It's only about 20 miles from either Grand Harbor or Yacht, where it seems that most people congregate. So we'll be going through the lock. It's an 80-foot drop, and one of the bigger locks in the U.S., so we'll be looking forward to that. I know Rev is.
Well, sometimes this happens. We left Grand Harbor and headed toward the Whitten Lock, and that's right, we're anchored now, waiting. It shouldn't be too long. There is something barge, I think, in there coming up, and it is going to be an 80-foot drop.
Yeah, so they're filling it up right now for whatever's in there. I don't see an AIS signal, so I don't know what's going on with that, but maybe it's just not picking it up because he's down so low. I understood it was a barge or a tow in there, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, so
in the meantime, it's lunchtime.
We just got the word from the lockmaster. 2 pleasure boats came out, pleasure craft, I guess he called them, PCs, coming out of that lock, and gave us the go-ahead to come in. There are 5 boats, 5 other PCs coming behind us, all in a row, so we're going to get in there, get tied up, and then I guess wait on those other boats.
So we have a big catamaran sand dollar. Beautiful catamaran here on our starboard wall. And we have a couple other big boats coming in here. In the back, we'll see what we have. I think we're gonna have a total of 6 boats in the lock with us today, counting us. So we have a big boat here that is straining to get to the wall because we have a wind. And the wind should be pushing them onto the wall, but unfortunately not. The way it is circulating down here in the lock is playing havoc with them. And you can see from our flag here on the Here's to Us, it's kind of pushing us forward. So just got to play with that. Behind him is another big boat, a Great Harbor. And then we have a smaller boat that is going to take a starboard tie. So the doors are closed and we are already starting to descend in the lock. I think we've already gone about, what, 4 feet, Rev? Yeah, so another 76 feet to go. Quite the operation here at the Whitten Lock. The start of the downward journey on the 10 Tom. 2 more locks to go today until we rest at Midway Marina. You can see we are heading down at a very rapid rate. I'd say we're already 30 of the 80 feet have already happened. And focus on the back lock walls there. You can see the water coming through. They can't seal all the water off, but a good deal of it is kept up there as the gates are mitered toward the water that would rush down. Moving at a fairly rapid rate, but it is very smooth. And of course the wind has stopped, so Rev is having a nice ride over there with her tie up on the bollard. Nice and smooth. She's got her knife ready just in case something would hang up. And we have our headsets on so that she could communicate that to me if I had to rush up and go ahead and try to start the engines. But one of the smoother rides I think we've had in a lock.
Okay, there's the horn, so now we can officially leave the lock. This was a very nice drop down. That is 80 feet that we went down. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. And when we got to about, I don't know, 20 feet to go, it started looking like rain in there for all the water coming off of the sides. So the other boats are untying and getting themselves free so they can get out of the lock. But that was one incredible lock. Such a smooth ride down. That's the surprising part of the whole thing, because it's just a giant drop, if you can see that. It's hard to explain what it's like, but it was a very easy drop down.
So once you hit the Whitten Lock southbound, downbound, you are in the canal section of the Tennessee Tom Bigby, and you'll see, you can't see it right now, I saw a glimpse of it a little bit earlier. It's protected by a levee on our west side, so that'll be our starboard side. We'll catch a glimpse of it up a little bit closer.
We're coming up on the Montgomery Lock, and the dam's right over there. It says danger stay 800 feet from dam. But we're going in, it's gonna, bless you! We're gonna drop about 30 feet. They got the green light on, so we're good to go in. The lockmaster at the Whitten Lock that we just came from phoned ahead and let them know that we're all going to be in this lock. So he was ready, waiting here for us. That's the great thing about locks that are kind of close together. These were 5 miles apart, so the lock masters work together to keep the traffic flowing on down the river. Sam, these walls are shorter than the other ones. He's going to go in. You see those flags are flying. It's really, really windy out here. And so he's going to go in. Actually, Sam, the wind looks like it's coming right on the nose here. Oh, and now to the left, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go over on the port side, let the wind blow us over there. That's the plan anyway, here for the Montgomery Lock.
We made it to Midway Marina. It was a long day and one of the locks we had to wait for, but overall getting through 3 locks and getting to Midway Marina, I call it a success. We are here tied down and we met the harbor master Grumpy, kind of a legend, really nice guy. So we're going to go up and get checked in and we'll see you the next time on What Yacht To Do.